Gosh, was that the first time you auditioned when you auditioned?
It was my first time auditioning. Literally, it was a last-minute decision because I wasn't going to this year. I didn't think I was ready. I really didn't. And literally, this one queen from back at home, she posted, "It's time." And you know, you're not really supposed to let people know you're auditioning when you're like, if you disappear all of a sudden and people knew you were auditioning, it's like, oh, she got all da, 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 and they don't like that. So I was like, well, clearly it's not her time, but maybe it's my time. Sent in my application. A couple months later, there I was.
There you were.
Hi, TV. I'll get on before you do.
We are gonna get into, wait, we just got a kick from Heidi. Do it again, Heidi. Yes!
I'm not gonna see my goodies.
Now, when you got there, Heidi, and you're about to walk into the workroom, what's that moment like?
Oh goodness, it's like, first it's cold. So it's like, ooh, it's real cold in here, ooh. Luckily I'm wearing like 3 layers of tights and 12 pounds of makeup and a wig and all these other extra things and stuff. And then you go around that corner and you see where you walk in. Cause it's like, if I'm right here, that's where you would walk in, and it's like, I see the curtain. You see that light thing on the back of it. It's like, oh my God, I'm here. Oh God, oh God. And you start feeling your heart beat really, really fast. And I was getting so nervous. It was so bad. I was like, and as you cut that corner, it's like, you're stepping into the TV. It's like, oh goodness, let's go, press play.
Right. When RuPaul came in the workroom and was like, I hate that name.
Oh, bitch.
What do you do? What the heck do you do?
I was like, bitch, I already lost. But now it was like, oh, but y'all brought me here. But y'all already knew y'all hated my name. But I was like, okay, so we're not gonna get defensive because I've watched every season of the show. I know like how things sometimes play out. If you get defensive or aggressive or hateful to the judges, bitch, you're going home very soon. So I was like, okay, I know I can't do that. So I was like, okay, I mean, she's laughing about it. She's still having fun with it. So, you know, just have fun with her. And, you know, literally she says it all the time. Her favorite thing in the world is to laugh. So I was like, okay, bitch, well, I'm gonna make you laugh any chance I got. Literally, you gonna walk in here, I'm saying, do whatever I got to do to make you laugh, honey. So I know you like to laugh. Don't play with me. But yeah, so I just had fun with everything. And I as you saw, I think it showed I had fun with everything.
We saw at home that you were Heidi, Hydrates, Heidi Ho, Heidi Aphrodite. Did they tell you, did you say, okay, now I'm changing my name to this? Or is that a thing that they did later and you found out when you watched at home?
No, it was an ongoing thing. It was literally every time I hit it, they like, Heidi Ho, Heidi Who, Heidi Duty, Heidi something. I was like, oh, honey, I got all the last names. But my mentality was, okay, so they hate my name and they're giving me all these names, but guess what? They remember me.
Yes.
They're thinking of me. They're talking about me, which is never a bad thing because
Yeah.
you don't want to fall into the background. You never want to fall into the background. And I don't think I could because I had 17 names. So I was like, at least I'm here. At least they're talking about me.
Yeah, and you know, even if RuPaul hates your name, it means
She knows it.
He knows your name, right?
Exactly. That's why I did not take offense. I'm like, oh, at least she knows it.
Yeah, exactly. That's the most important thing.
Period.
Let's talk about some of the highlights. You did Snatch Game. Everybody's always worried about Snatch Game. Now, you were Leslie Jones. You looked great.
Was I Leslie Jones?
Or who do you think you looked like?
I think I kind of look like her. I don't think my mannerisms were at all Leslie Jones. I think my answers may have been kind of Leslie Jones because literally she did a live tweet and where she was like, yeah, I would have said that. That's what I would have said. She's like, well, she won for me because that's what I would have said. I'm like, thank you. I take it. I take those. I take those.
Now, you did the Droop Challenge and you won with Heidi's Hydrate Multi-Purpose Lotion.
Coming to you soon, hopefully.
Yeah. And you did the thing that some queens don't always do, which is when RuPaul gives you advice in the workroom, take the advice.
Surprise, it works out. Surprise, surprise. Yeah. Oh my God. Woo, woo. who would think that if you take someone's advice, that's actually like a head judge of the show, it would help. Oh my God, who would have thought? Oh my God. But yeah, I did because I've always wanted to outdo myself. That's literally my goal every time I get in drag is to outdo what I did the last time. And first and foremost, I've always watched the show, of course, and you see the girls who don't take the advice, they go home real short after. And I was like, that's not gonna be me. I'm not gonna be the girl that looks back at me like, dang, I should have took her advice and didn't and went home. So I never wanted that to happen to me. So I literally, anytime she said something, I was like, I hear you. I'm gonna work on it. Let's go, press play. Literally, press the go button, go, let's do it. So yeah.
Did you feel like it was rocky? Because you really gained speed and people started to look at you.
Ooh, bitch. Rocky is an understatement. I was Mount Rushmore. Oh, honey, it was a real rocky start. Oh my goodness. No, I do not think, other than my personality, people saw me as a threat. No one saw me. No one was placing bets on Heidi. Let's be honest. Nobody was placing bets on me. And, you know, I definitely did have probably one of the harder starts to the season. But I think I bounced back pretty well.
You did.
Bounced back. I wanted to come in strong. And, you know, it just didn't work out that way. You know, headdresses sometimes fall off. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you have allergic reaction.
Right.
You have to go to the hospital and have 1 hour of sleep.
Ooh, what was that like with the allergic reaction?
That was literally the hardest 24 hours of my life when I look back at it. Like literally, it was, at first I had the rough day on set, and then I get back to the hotel, my lip goes like this, and I have to go to the hospital, and you can't leave until you show signs of getting better. So literally, I couldn't get back to the hotel until like an hour before I had to wake up.
Wow.
So it was definitely hard. But I definitely had a really rough start to the season. But I think it spoke to my tenacity level and like my gumption of wanting to prove myself to not just the judges, but to the other girls and to myself, most importantly, that I could stick it out and work and go hard like the rest of them and be one of the top girls. And I made it close to the end, very close. So
Yeah. Now let's talk about that famous untucked moment. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. At the end of the day.
That was literally when I was like, well, I'm not winning Miss Congeniality. No, that was definitely a big moment for me, definitely. It's a lot of emotions going on. It was definitely my first time that I had seriously got like read the house down on the show. It was really bad. And me and Aiden had really bonded at that point because we both come from small towns. We both not like the big city girls or whatever. And we had conversations off the side about things like, girl, we gotta stick together, we gotta stick it out, da da da. We gotta prove something for the small town girls that we can be just as fierce too. And so I was really bonded with her, and then just seeing the girls week after week, really after the nap that was heard around the world happened, the girls kept coming for her, and it was just like girls just really like, mind you, I knew I was about to be in the bottom. I knew from the way the critiques panned out, I knew it was gonna be me down there. So I was like, literally, I'm in a bad state of mind on my own. But this is my home girl. I'm not gonna let y'all like all project your insecurities because that's what they were doing. They were not bullying. They were not bullying. It was definitely, the competition is a pressure cooker, and they were definitely projecting their insecurities onto her because I feel like some of them thought that they are stronger competitors than she was, and to see her like doing somewhat better than them in the competition was really gnawing at them. So they were really like going after her, and then it was just her versus them, and I was like, no, we're gonna just shut this down right here because it was just a lot of like no reason for it. Like she didn't tell the judges to make her safe. She didn't do that. That was the judges. They did that on their own accord or whatever. They saw something in her performance that they didn't see in ours. Flat out, period.
Right. And that was kind of out of character for you. That emotion had really built up, and you just had to tell them where they had to do.
Sometimes you just gotta speak up. Sometimes you gotta use what you got to get what you want, and you gotta use the voice that you've been given. And sometimes it might not be the popular thing to do. Sometimes it might not be in line with your normal character, but it still needs to be done. You know, sometimes you just gotta let a bitch know. No, calm down. Focus on what you're doing. You'll probably be doing more successfully at that. period.
Did you love, how did you feel about your final lip sync with Jada? It must have been tough because she was the closest to you.
Definitely at that point, she definitely was the closest one to me. Oh my God. It was such an emotional ride. First and foremost, it was my 4th lip sync. In my heart, I feel like it's going to be me. And there was no way in my mind I could justify like me wanting to stay over her. I was like, she's literally been killing it. She's someone I look up to. I don't think I could send her home even if I wanted to. I love this girl. No. And she definitely was like, girl, if you send me home, you just send me home. I was like, girl, no. But I'm going to entertain. Like, that's just my thing. I felt like it was my time. My jig was up. But I was like, you're going to slay it. I'm going to slay it. You're going to stay. I'm going to go home and be fierce on this couch so I get some rest. Because, bitch, I'm tired.
I bet by that time you were really tired.
Yeah, I was exhausted. I didn't realize how tired I was until I got back to my bed. I was like, oh, God, I stayed in the bed for 3 days. But no, it was really hard lip syncing against her. She killed it, though. She deserved to stay. She truly did. No, like, I joke with her literally all the time, like, bitch, you took my $100,000. But, but she deserved it. She deserved it. She deserved to stay, and I'm happy. And honestly, I literally told her, I'm happy it's you that sent me home. Mm-hmm. Like, literally, I whispered to her as I was walking, right before I walked off, I'm like, I'm happy it was you.